Sit back and enjoy as we bring you one of the greatest sporting spectacles on earth, the Super Bowl. Welcome to Cowboys Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Gus Johnson along with Chris Collinsworth. Happy to have you alongside to what should be a fantastic football showcase. Drew Brees will be the one to get the ball going and get this Super Bowl game underway. Here we go, folks. He brings it back to the 23.
I don't want us getting fooled on this play. If the quarterback goes to hand it off, watch him close and make sure he isn't running play action. Keep your eyes on that ball.
Moves to his right. He has it, but is out of bounds. Incomplete pass. Darius Hayward-Bay was his intended target.
All right, look for them to try to run this one behind the tackle. If you can't get to the ball carrier, fill the hole and make him change directions.
They give it off here.
And let's give credit to the defense. They had a great push there. They got in the backfield, took control of their own gaps.
Guys, one more stop like that and we can have a seat and take a breather. Hit them hard and make sure you finish your tackle.
He rolls out to his right. Harper was there for the stop.
Patience for a wide receiver is just so key. He's able to manipulate that defense, set them up one play, come back with the exact same look, and break off of it the next. Beautifully run.
I don't want us getting fooled on this play. If the quarterback goes to hand it off, watch him close and make sure he isn't running play action. Keep your eyes on...
Short throw to the left. Cuts back and he's dropped.
Yeah, when you see the blitz, you have to understand your own protections, because if your protection is sliding away from the blitz, you have no choice but to get it out of there to the hot receiver.
Our line needs to create some penetration here. We can't let their quarterback stand around in the pocket and let someone get open.
And the tackle was made by Ellis. 4 yards on that play. Second down.
Our line needs to create some penetration here. We can't let their quarterback stand around in the pocket and let someone get open.
Campbell hands it off.
You know, you can draw up any sort of protection scheme and blocking scheme that you want. But ultimately, this game comes down to one big man against another big man, and that time the defense's big men, they won the battle.
All right, we need to get the ball back for our offense. If they catch it short, I want 11 men running towards that ball.
And the defender gets a hand on it. And it'll be fourth down following the pass deflection.
And those are the kind of big third down plays you have to have on defense to get the ball back and give your team a chance on offense.
First down will hold an early advantage. Hand it to the back, and let's see what he can do.
Gives it up the gut. 6-yard gain on the run. And that'll bring up second down.
Okay, let's go with a halfback dive here. Nothing too fancy. Just follow your blocks up the gut.
He gets to about the 45-yard line.
Okay, we're close to a first down here. Let's hand it off and see if we can push forward to move the chains.
They'll give it off here. He makes his way to about the 35. Not a point so far in this one as we head to the second quarter.
The key here is 3 steps and fling it. Your receiver will do the rest.
Looks to throw it.
They brought the blitz that time, didn't get there, but did throw off the timing of the play to get the incompletion.
Okay, the shortest distance to the end zone is a straight line. So let's go right up the middle here.
They'll keep it on the ground again.
Well, that was the perfect time for them to call a blitz. They got in there, filled up all the gaps, brought down the running back for a short gain.
All right, we've got a deep in route by your receiver here. You're out of the shotgun, so maneuver around the pocket so he can get deep and you can throw a strike.
Has a man to his right. Little flip. Evans was the intended receiver on the play. Trying to take the lead by a field goal. It's up and it's good. He's tackled and down at the 27.
Okay, it looks like a run play here. Remember, we're a team. If you can fill the hole and make him change directions, one of our guys will run him down.
He's brought down at the 30.
The defense filled up all the gaps. The back was looking for somewhere to run, but by bringing the run blitz, they took away all the holes and stopped them for a minimal gain.
Makes a cut, and he will be hit and dropped.
double covering one of their receivers, but they have other weapons. Make sure everyone stays on their man.
Goes for it all! Nice catch, and they're deep in enemy territory.
All right, they're on our side of the field, but this drive isn't over. If we can stop them for a loss here on first down, we may be able to stall them.
He gets another carry.
Okay, looks like they're stacking the line.
Now's a good time to take a look at the Gatorade top performers.
Our line needs to create some penetration here. We can't let their quarterback stand around in the pocket and let someone get open.
He's tackled at the 4.
All right, stop them here and we'll keep them out of the end zone. Bear down and look for them to run it right at us.
Will Smith was there to bring him down.
Looked like one of those old-fashioned rugby scrums there. A lot of big bodies piled together and nowhere for the running back to go.
Offense. Repeat, 4th down.
This would tie it. It's up and it's good. He's stopped at the 24-yard line.
All right, hit your wide receiver on this cross as soon as you can get separation. You're out of the shotgun, so you'll have time.
It's a pass. Cameron Wembley with the coverage on the play.
Okay, it's all or nothing here. We need to let our wide receivers get deep. Roll out if you have to, then launch the ball as far as you can.
He's going deep. The pass is broken up. What a play. And now the offense will be faced with a 3rd down situation.
All right, hit your wide receiver on this cross as soon as you can get separation. You're out of the shotgun, so you'll have time.
Searching for an open man. The ball is tipped away. And the pass was knocked away at the last minute.
I don't know if that's the guy I want to pick on 3rd down when you have to have a conversion. He is tough.
Higgins gets it at the 23.
The Raiders were having their way with this defense last time out, but were held to just 3 points. They'll look to top that here.
A sack would be nice, but the key here is to hurry the quarterback and force him to make a bad throw.
Flips it out short to his left. They gain 5 on the play.
Yeah, very safe, simple play, hitting the underneath receiver for a solid gain.
All right, guys, we'll concede the middle of the field to prevent the big gain on the screen or the deep bomb. Watch out for a draw here.
They're going deep. Darius Hayward-Bay was the intended receiver.
You bring a little pressure, and it impacts quarterbacks, and we saw it there.
All right, here we go. Our guy in the middle should protect us in case their receiver loses his man on the slant. Make sure we're ready to knock it down.
Rolling out to his right. Darren McFadden was his intended target.
Good pressure that time, and they forced a bad throw. Not much he could have done with the pocket collapsing like that.
New Orleans looks like they're sending everybody at the punter on this kick. No, he dropped it. He brings it back to the 23.
Receiver's going to run a deep in route, so find him over the middle. You're in shotgun, so that should give you both time.
They're going for the home run. It is an incomplete pass.
Drew Brees looks a little surprised about that one. Here's that guy's one of the most accurate passers in the game, and that one just got away.
Hit as he throws. Comes down with it. Touchdown, Saints. The Saints need just 2 plays to go 75 big ones.
I knew all he had to do was catch that one, and he was going to be gone. When you possess that kind of speed, it is a very difficult day for the defense. Better give him a little more cushion than that.
New Orleans is up a score. And here is the drive summary brought to you by Verizon. He's tackled and down at the 24-yard line. Let's see if the offense can put something together on this drive.
All right. We've got the middle covered, but if one of their receivers loses his man, he could burn us down the sideline.
Gives it to the back. He's dropped down at the 28-yard line. That'll be it for the first half of play. The score is 10-3. It's fielded at the 2. He makes it out to the 20.
Okay, let's show them we're committed to our ground game. Let's push for a big gain on this halfback dive.
Inside give. He's wrestled down at the 21.
Okay, let's win the snap in the trenches. Slam it right through the line and see who's tougher.
Gives it up the gut.
Yeah, it really just throws you off rhythm to have a play that gains nothing. You know, you're going to get something, 2, 3, 4 yards, and it keeps you in that rhythm. But when a defense makes a play like that, it really throws your offense off.
The defender gets a hand on it, and that will bring up 4th down.
Well, at the end of the game, you go back and you basically say what happened on 3rd down, and you have a pretty good indication of how that game came out. Good play by the defense.
He takes it back to the 43.
He was just a couple of steps away from breaking that one all the way. This coverage team better start stepping up or he's going to take one in for 6.
All right, guys, listen up. We're sending some extra heat at the quarterback on this blitz. So let's hope we force a bad decision, and the guys that are dropping back in the zones can make a big play.
Tons of pressure. He's hit as he throws.
You know, this DB is one of those guys that every time I watch him on tape, I'm always surprised he doesn't have more interceptions because he's so quick with his feet and gets in great position.
He's brought down at the 49-yard line. Nice gain of about 7. That brings up 2nd down.
All right, let's go straight ahead on this run. You put your head down, get ready for contact.
Here's the give.
He picks up 3 yards and a 1st down. Those aren't runs that look really pretty in the statistics the next day, but when you keep moving those chains, it makes a difference.
Listen, be patient on this drag route by your wide receiver. Take your 5-step drop, then make sure he's broken free of his cover, then zip it in there.
Gets it away. He's tackled at the 27-yard line.
The Saints are continuing to find success throwing the ball. The pass protection is solid, and the defense with a very conservative approach playing off these receivers, allowing them to get open.
All right, your wideout's going to make a break to the corner here, so let him get deep with a 5-step drop, then put some heat on the ball so it gets there before the defender does.
Going up towards the end zone. He's got it! Touchdown! The Saints run 6 plays and cap it off with a touchdown.
Drew Brees was under pressure on that one, but he has seen so many blitzes in his day, and more often than not, it ends up working against you defensively.
They dropped the runner at the 27. The Raiders suffered an interception on their last possession.
Our line needs to create some penetration here. We can't let their quarterback stand around in the pocket and let someone get open.
Looks for the safe short throw.
Now, they didn't pick up the first down that time, but you drop back, you make a good throw like that. Now you're in position to try and pick up this first down.
Okay, we have some deep protection to go along with our man coverage, but remember, we have linebackers covering guys who are faster than them, so watch the short route.
Campbell, hands off. And he makes it out to about the 37-yard line. And that's the end of the third quarter. The score is 17-3. The Raiders start this final quarter with the football. They'll be looking for a quick score.
Guys, they don't have very far to go. If our line can push theirs backwards, we can stop this drive right here.
It's going to be interesting to see what the offense does here.
Guys, we need to do a better job in coverage here. They may want to go to the air again and try for the big play, so don't bite on the play action.
Under heavy pressure.
Really good work by the Saints.
All right, getting a sack on first down really puts them at a disadvantage. Look for them to go to the air to get some of those yards back.
Dumps it out right. He's dropped down at the 41-yard line.
Good-looking screen pass that time. It could have gone for a little extra if they'd gotten one more block. That was close.
Okay, I know we got them third and long, but don't get caught napping if they run the draw.
He's searching for a receiver.
Jason Campbell throws the ball so hard sometimes. I'm amazed the receivers can even catch it. They probably have to ice their hands after the game.
He's off target on the pass. Incomplete. Darren Sharper was defending on the play.
A sack would be nice, but the key here is to hurry the quarterback and force him to make a bad throw.
In heavy traffic.
Good coverage and good push by the Saints.
Okay, that sack put them in a hole. They're going to have to go to the air here if they want to get a first down on this play.
And he's crushed as he lets it go.
Well, the defense didn't get the sack, but they got the next best thing, and that was a bad throw.
All right, this is pretty much the game here. Stop them now, and we should be able to run down the clock and get the win.
He rolls out to his right.
I can't really second-guess the call on the part of the offense there. They really felt like they needed to keep this drive alive, just didn't get it done.
All right, we're going to run a halfback dive here. Hold on to the football, follow your blocks, and we'll be golden.
Breeze will hand it off. And he's tackled at the 40. 7 yards, second down.
Okay, let's show them we're committed to our ground game. Let's push for a big gain on this halfback dive.
Between the tackles, he's off!
Nothing makes a defensive coordinator cringe more than seeing that kind of run, because then it sets up the play action, and there's almost no way to stop an offense if you can't stop the run and you have to deal with play action.
Trying to do is run down the clock. Let's keep it on the ground and keep that clock moving.
The halfback with the carry. 4-yard gain, and that'll bring up second down.
Let's make a big push with our offensive line. We should be able to get our halfback into their secondary on this play.
He's wrestled down at the 24-yard line. Richard Seymour might have been injured on that one.
Okay, let's run some clock here. Hand it off to the running back and make sure he stays in bounds.
He's brought down at the 22.
Well, that's just a big run stop right there. You have a very proud defensive line that was just going to take control of that situation.
Breeze with the give. He's hit, but he's still on his feet. And they have a pretty nice drive going.
And the most important part of it is they've been able to get it done on the ground. Now that's 5 rushes so far on this drive and a first down.
Okay, bring it right at them. If our line can get a little push, our backs should be able to fight through to the end zone.
Handoff up the middle. Racks up 7 tough yards. That brings up second down.
Okay, let's finish this drive with 6 points. Hand it to the back and let him smash into the line of scrimmage. If one of our guys up front can get a push, we're in.
Here's the tailback. Touchdown!
That was just good old-fashioned smash-mouth football there. The offensive line simply taking over the line of scrimmage.
They catch him at the 26-yard line.
Our line needs to create some penetration here. We can't let their quarterback stand around in the pocket and let someone get open.
Look out, heavy pressure on him.
All right, getting a sack on first down really puts them at a disadvantage. Look for them to go to the air to get some of those yards back.
Can you say repeat? The New Orleans Saints